Guys, just checked. We are up to $127 over on the donations. So we must celebrate that real quick. Let's just put that up there on the screen. Now, I know that there are a bunch of Weird Al fans that are tuning in for this next segment. And, Weird Al fans, very, very generous people. So go to geekscapegives.com and make your donation today to help the big brothers, big sisters. And boy, do we have a stacked team of people here. So let's just start bringing them in first with my co-host, live from a car, Matt Milligan.
Nice job with the horn, Matt. That was great.
Thank you. There we go.
That's it. We got to start always with that. I didn't know that was even an option.
Yeah, this is a brand new option. This was a Christmas gift
Amazing.
from Barb's son, Logan. Wow. Gave it to me early. Now, I think now that Spotify Wrapped has started dropping, I've officially decided that we're in a blood feud with our next two guests, Ethan and David of the Ethan and David 2000-inch Weird Al podcast.
Hello. Dave appreciates that or does not appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, let's get this right. It's Dave and Ethan's 2000-inch Weird Al podcast.
Oh, my God.
Alphabetical order and priority.
And priority, exactly.
We are being joined not just by these beautiful faces, but another beautiful face who happens to be a director with a very exciting recently changed name documentary on the horizon. We have UHJeff is here.
Oh, hi.
Someone who got very excited to see an ad for a movie playing on Philly 57.
Yes. I know. Many hats. Does that work? Yes. Philly 57. I grew up with Philly 57.
Who didn't in the Philadelphia area? And then our last guest, who maybe also was a fan of Philly 57, but she seems to be vacationing from her palatial winter lodge. Kelly Phillips is here.
Wow.
Hi, guys.
Wow, what a lodge it is.
Kelly.
I know it's so
Channel
authentic.
17 lodging. I've never seen it.
So the way that this is going to work is that each one of us, all six of us in this chat, have a goal. And that goal is that we are going to try to have the perfect Weird Al set for a private show. Now, Al has made a very strange stipulation about playing all six of our private shows, is that he is not playing any song twice. So once one person gets the song, no one else can have it in their set list. So
Al is famously strict about this.
Yeah.
Reasonable, honestly.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get into this later on in the episode, but people who are Weird Algorithm fans have known that for 2 years there was a saga about a graphics card from Jim Legrando that we're going to be showing a documentary about. And we don't get too deep into the gameplay, but in the level of accuracy about this game, and many of you have met Al, I think you can all attest to this being factual, is part of the game is that you're in Al's band. But after every show, you have to answer 5 trivia questions about Weird Al to stay in the band.
Which is accurate to real life.
Yeah,
I know.
exactly.
I know Bermuda
This
and
is
Jim
also
and Steve.
fair.
Ruben.
Yeah. That's famously why Steve J missed a bunch of shows on that last one.
Yeah, exactly.
He fumbled on the Weird Al trivia question portion of his job, and he had to go.
The worst part is that he got who was the bass player for Weird Al Yankovic wrong.
Poor guy, he choked.
So embarrassing.
So I did have one screw up, which was that I was going to have some form of trivia to determine order here. And then I completely messed it up. I completely ruined it. So we're gonna.
You're not allowed to be
anyway.
No.
So I think we're gonna do the most fair thing that I can think of, which is a very quick rock paper scissors competition. We're gonna do 3-on-3 twice, and then the winner of those two.
Okay, who's gonna think that they have a delay?
I have some questions, but okay.
No, listen.
I have a few suggestions. rock paper running with scissors. Come on, we gotta
Okay,
get
rock,
that
paper,
reference.
running with scissors.
And
Obviously.
Rock and roll records.
What about just like in order? Because I feel like we're gonna mess this up.
Okay, well, I think that Matt and I, as the hosts of the show, should be towards the back end. I think that's only fair. We are doing this serpentine style, so keep that in mind. So, like, if we have Kelly go first, it's going to be like 10 songs before Kelly gets to go.
Oh man, Kelly.
You don't
So
want to be in the middle here, I think.
yeah, that's kind of the gold spot, but we'll do it that way. We'll start with Kelly and work our way around to me, and then back around. Sorry.
As we just said it's the worst position.
It could be the best position too. Who knows? All right, Kelly, we'll start with you then. Al shows up. What is one of the songs you're having him play for your little private party?
All right. So I had to figure out what my methodology was going to be for this. So like any good obsessive person, I already have a wish list of songs that I hope to be live someday. So I'm starting from that list. And at the very top of my truest live performance wish list is Everything You Know Is Wrong.
Ah, damn it.
Oh boy.
That was my number one song.
Take
So.
that making me number one.
I'd put that low on my list because I knew that everyone else was going to have it on there. So I was like, I'm not even going to try for it.
Yep, I'm stealing this early.
That is a good first claim, and I expect nothing less from Kelly.
Is your show is your show sold out, Kelly? Because I would like to be in attendance.
I guess it's like, how big is my couch, really? I just go to my house. So I've got like 5 seats.
Yeah, you can see all the seats back there.
Yeah, right?
You know, there's only one song out of like a couple hundred that's off the table right now, Jeff. So you don't get the one that everybody wanted, but
I'm not complaining.
Mathematically, you only needed to come prepared with like 25 songs.
Right.
Well, 30, to be fair. I just want to point out, Kelly, Everything You Know Is Wrong has never been performed live. So I think that's part of the reason you chose it.
Yes.
Yeah, I might secretly have another list prepared of songs that have just never been performed live that I would also choose from. But yes.
All right, Jeff, what is the song you would kick off your set list with?
Well, I'm also dipping into the well of never before performed live. It's very early for me, you guys. Good morning. I haven't found my mouth yet. But I would like to dive into This Is the Life.
I didn't know that hadn't been played live until I think I texted Ethan that factoid when I learned it, because like that it's crazy to me that it was a single. Like the fact that there's a single that hasn't been performed live is so strange to me.
Feels crazy. Like Everything You Know Is Wrong. Like I get it. He doesn't breathe while singing it. It might be hard to pull off on stage. I get it. This Is the Life. It just feels like it needs to be brought to life.
Yep, that was on my list too, Jeff. And
mine too.
But I had a specific caveat with it, is that he needed to bring in the glove, Chris Taylor, to do the scratching live up on stage.
Yes, and tap dancers, please.
Yeah, I think we're allowed to make unreasonable demands, right?
While we're up, why not?
Yeah.
I think that's fair. All right, well, Dave, what are you?
Oh, good. I'm so glad I got to go before Ethan, because I can guarantee this one is going to be on his list. And that is, if there's a Weird Al concert that I'm producing and Weird Al has to do a song, he's done this song only once before at the Bardavon Opera House in Poughkeepsie, New York on April 26, 2022. It was co-written by Ethan, myself, and the Grammy Award-winning Jim Kimo West, and that is the Dave and Ethan's 2008 Weird Al podcast theme song.
Wow.
Darn it, Dave.
You know, I almost wrote it on my list just to take it from you.
If I had thought of that.
Am I correct that 83% of us were at that concert?
I mean, I'm not a math guy. That sounds about right.
That sounds
Am I
about right.
getting
We'll go with
called
that.
out?
Yeah, I wasn't there. There's the two people in Philly weren't there.
Oh, okay.
Well, Ethan, Dave ripped your own podcast theme song straight out of your cold dead hands.
Brutal. That was brutal to see.
But what else? What would you go for?
Okay, so this one is not even a particularly rare one or one of my favorite songs. It just happens to be a white whale that I've always wanted to see live because I didn't get to see it on the 2018 Vanity Tour. The only rotating song I did not see was That Boy Could Dance, so I have to take it. I have to see it.
Oh, that was on
Good
my
choice.
list.
That's a good one.
I think we established that was maybe the song on the Vanity Tour, the song he played the fewest times of anything. I think it might have been that. I feel like it was like 8 times or 7 or 8. It was very few. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still salty about it.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, you're in a car. You're maybe halfway to this private show already. What are you making sure Al plays?
Well, you know, it's funny. I'm actually in a car because I'm with friends. I'm in Philadelphia right now. I'm not too far from you guys. And I'm here because tonight I am going to see They Might Be Giants. So the everything you know is wrong really hurts. Really.
That's why you never come into Philly and not telling me.
Wow.
Yeah, why wouldn't you just come do this in my basement? Why are you doing it from a car?
The timings just didn't work out, you guys. That's not the point. That's not why we're here. We're here to pick songs. And,
not pick fights.
And exactly. I'm going to pick, I believe this has been played live, but not in a very, very, very long time. And it's like one of my absolute favorites of very early Al that I don't know if he's going to ever revisit, so I'm going to force him to. I would like to hear I'll Be Mellow When I'm Dead.
Ooh,
nice.
Good choice.
That's
love that song so much.
I believe that was only played once in like 82.
There you go.
And I don't, it's another one. I don't know why. It's a great song.
It's a great song. So fun. So fun.
One of my favorites.
All right. Well, I'm going to be the first one to bring a parody into the mix. We've got a lot of Al originals here. Listeners of the show know this is my favorite Al parody. And this is the one that I still stand by. I think is secretly autobiographical. I want to hear Al do I Think I'm a Clone Now.
Another one that I think we
autographs
said,
for my fan.
It's a great, that is a great song too.
Yeah.
Or at least not done outside of a medley.
Yeah, I think it's never been played live. I think we looked that up and figured that out.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go with one that I'm sure if I was a better Al fan and had gone to way more of the Vanity Tours, I would have experienced seeing live. Now that it seems that the Vanity Tours are, not happening next year and it's going to be more of a traditional Al set, I may have missed my opportunity to hear this one live. So I think my second song is going to be Melanie.
Ooh.
Nice.
Really, I didn't even realize it at the time. Really making an even worse themed set list so far. But
Melanie is such a good song, and it's so wonderful live. And I think I'm a Clone Now has not been played live.
Excellent.
Correct.
Oh, it hasn't.
On the last tour, when he was playing Melanie, they started with Ruben doing this little solo, which was great.
Yeah.
And there's this meow sound effect that Bermuda would play when they mentioned giving the cat a mohawk. So those were two really great things you missed. Sorry, Matt.
Well, great. Well, back to you, Matt, who's apparently just, a mere 20 minutes from where I'm at and probably even closer to Kelly, but still choosing to do this on the phone through the car. What's the next song you'd like?
We're going to try and by the end of this song. I can see in the background.
Should I just reveal my exact location? My next pick is going to be what am I going to run with here?
What is happening on this?
Philly. It is the most Philly thing that's happening right now.
That's not me.
I've never heard that Weird Al song. That's an interesting pick, Matt.
I know, right?
I'm gonna pick just another favorite of mine. I don't know. I got nothing to say other than that I love it and I want to hear it live. Slime Creatures from Outer Space.
All right.
Oh,
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, done on the Stupid tour.
There you go. Yeah, and not since then. I don't think. Right.
Yeah.
As far as I know, yeah.
We're coming up on 40 years. Come on.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my God.
we mentioned
Some old slime
Steve J earlier, but just a fantastic bass line throughout that
Oh,
entire
so
song.
good.
I know. I'm just so in awe of him. He's incredible.
Well, Ethan,
Yes.
speaking about being in all of people, I'm in all of you in this great list that you have so far with That Boy Could Dance. What else are you going to put on this list?
So I have to choose a song that has been one of my favorites. It's not on a studio album, but it was released as a single.
Oh boy,
so
are we about to fight?
I think we are. Spy Hard. I love Spy
We
Hard.
are about to fight.
And I would love to see it live. It would require all sorts of extra players. Maybe we'll get it on the new tour.
I was so hoping for it to pop up on the Strings Attached tour.
Yeah, I feel like
I
it
know.
was a missed opportunity on Strings Attached with the full orchestra there.
Yeah, it would be
I just feel like Spy Hard should have been in that set list.
Well, plus it was
So
orchestrated by one of the backup singer's fathers. So
Right.
what better place to play it?
Absolutely insane. Dave.
Good choice. Good choice. I'm going to go with another one that's never been performed live. I believe it was rehearsed and intended for the ridiculously self-indulgent, ill-advised Vanity tour, and I can understand why it was never performed. Trigger Happy, with the addition of Probin Gregory, who's worked with the Beach Boys, and Brian Wilson. I feel like it should be on the upcoming 2025 Bigger and Weirder tour, and now's the time to do it. And if it's my concert, he's definitely performing Trigger.
Yeah.
Or else, it sounds like.
Because
You
you
get
understand
paid.
satire at your concert, Dave.
Yeah, that's the biggest
Can't
thing.
trust everyone else.
All right. Well, Jeff, unfortunately, Spy Hard was ripped right out of your hands.
God, it's
Brutal.
Just a mere
is
2 positions away
heartbreaking,
from you
yes.
claiming it. So
Very
you have to
heartbreaking.
ask, what are you going to get instead?
I have a handful of things that have never been performed live that I really am itching for, but somehow the one that like just is inviting me into it is this song's just 6 words long.
I knew you were going to do that.
Good pick. Good pick.
I love it so much. It's so ridiculous, and I just want it. I just want it, you guys.
Take it.
I was gonna
It's yours.
Take it.
Get that one
Take
just to piss you off, Jeff.
Wow! But instead, you chose Spy Hard. I see how it is.
If we had done the
Which-
research, we could have been really cruel to each other.
Yeah, which would you, Jeff? Are you more excited to have 6 words long, or would you have rather had Spy Hard if you could only have one of the two?
Spy Hard is higher on my list, but
All right, look at that.
I have been in love with 6 words long for a much longer time, at least
All right.
6 words longer.
Okay. All right, Kelly, you've been waiting long enough. You get 2 picks back to back now.
Whoa!
I know. I was just stressed out that I have 2 picks. I need to really maximize them. Well, I'll start with the last one that's left on my top of the wish list. A song that has always had a soft spot in my heart because it's so stupid and it makes me giggle every time. I want to see Gotta Boogie.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. What a pick.
Thank
I'm so
you.
proud of Kelly for that pick. It's the
Oh.
best.
Bet you
Well-
should run to her house
well
and give her a
done.
high five since
I
she's right
should.
there in Philadelphia.
That was on my list. I'm just glad anyone is asking for Gotta Boogie. That's Team Gotta Boogie.
Gotta Boogie
Yes.
is truly like a top 10 song for me. Of all time.
It's great. So good.
Yeah,
And
that
then
one was performed a handful of times, but never on like a tour rotation, as far as I.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've got some
tell.
background singers now. We could be
Mm. That's true.
All right.
All right. So I can either go in a direction of a song that's never been performed before, a song that's kind of tied into my own work, or just a song that's really silly and I want to see it. And this is very stressful.
You can't pick Gotta Boogie again.
Double just back. Can you just like throw it back? Just,
You know, actually, could you just like
Rewind.
Gotta Boogie 5 times? Is that possible?
Yeah.
There's a demo version of Gotta Boogie. You can
I was
pick-
going to say
Ooh,
now
that's
the demo.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go with what was just higher on the list for me. I want to see Mr. Frump in the Iron Lung.
Aw,
Classic. Great choice.
you are very old school today. I like
I'm
it.
going old school. I want this to be
Yeah.
an intimate performance.
All right. Al, an accordion, and some drumsticks.
Right?
Yeah, that's all you need. That's all
That's
you
all
need.
you need. That's all you
Also,
need.
because when I did take accordion lessons for 2 hot seconds, I tried very hard to learn that song. I mostly got the breathing part down.
Yeah, it was just it was a party trick for you.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff.
Oh, back to me. Oh,
Yeah, you still can't get Spy Hard, but you can get a bunch of other options.
You know what? That's all right.
You could do the
because
orchestral mix of Spy Hard.
I could, yes. Oh, that's Chloe chiming in with her orchestral mix. Good morning.
Just trying to do backup.
I would like Virus Alert.
Oh.
Never before performed live. One of my favorites. I think it would be really cool to see and experience.
I think to tie to Virus Alert, one of my favorite little behind the scenes stories of Weird Algorithm was that the very first episode of Weird Algorithm was recorded one day after Matt Milligan had saw Sparks live. He saw Sparks the night prior, and then we started recording a podcast.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Good memory, Matt Kelly. I would not have remembered that.
Yep. No, I remember that because I had just watched the Sparks documentary that same day, not knowing that you were at a Sparks concert at the time that I was watching it. And we said, oh, well, then there's definitely, this podcast is blessed by fate. Great song. I guess that or the Dave and Ethan's 2000-inch Weird Al podcast theme song are the newer songs that are on this list. It is a very 80s to mid 90s leaning list thus far for everybody. All right, Dave.
Yeah, this is tough because now there's a couple songs that I haven't picked yet that absolutely should be in the set list, but I don't know if you guys are going to have them on your list, so I don't know if I should just throw them in there to go with it, or if I should go for one of my other ones that I really hasn't been played in a while. Oh boy, tough one. I think I'm gonna go with, and you guys might disqualify this one, but I wanted to bring back the Fabulous Food Medley. And I'm calling that one song, and specifically the 1985 Stupid Tour version with Moldy Now, Dr. Doctor, Make Me Steak Number 3, Burger King, Don't You Forget About Me, Girls Just Want to Have Lunch, theme from Rocky 13, I Love Rocky Road, Spam Eater, Feel Like Throwing Up, Avocado, Whole Lot of Love, and My Bologna.
Wow.
And,
I accept. I also considered medleys.
Yeah,
because a lot of those songs are concert-only songs that haven't been played since and don't even exist in concert, and the fact that he's done medleys. They're no longer food medleys, and they were medleys after a while. And then they started becoming the unplugged medley. But I'd like him to go back to the original food medley, just all food-related songs and a lot of concert-only songs that are only available in concert.
All right. I will accept that because that is to me, those are all miniature snapshots of songs and not like I'm not going to be like, no, you can only take Doctor. How about you, Ethan? Are you also going to take a giant cacophony of half-written songs?
I didn't know we could do that. I'm bummed that I didn't think of that. Good one, Dave.
You can always do an audible.
Well, I have some other ones that are high up on my list. Are we gonna have time to do some honorable mentions? Because this is tough.
I think so.
Well, with the encore, obviously.
Of course. You know what? This is one that's been performed at least once, maybe twice, and I'm really bummed I didn't get to see it. It's Jurassic Park. It's the phonetically translated into Japanese version of Jurassic Park. I would love to see that.
Also on my list. He played that in a really strange venue, like
it was at the end of the Strings Attached tour.
Yeah, and just like pulled it out.
Like somewhere in Ohio, maybe. I remember him making the joke on stage in the video of like, obviously we got to do this in Ohio.
That one broke my brain when I saw the video of it. Just truly couldn't handle.
It's pretty amazing
how epic that is.
So awesome.
Good choice. I love it. Good choice.
Okay, so Weird Allison is saying that it was in Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, she was there.
Jealous.
Confirmed.
All right, Matt. You didn't get the Japanese version of the phonetically Japanese version of Jurassic Park, which I know
I did not.
Was so high up on your list. I know how much.
I know. Well, that's shame on me for waiting until round 3.
Yeah. So, what are you getting next?
Well, you know what? I think now is a good time for me to take my biggest swing
Ooh.
into dicey terrain. But
Ooh.
based on precedent now, I think we're going to have to accept this. So my pick, because another thing that none of us have picked yet is a polka.
Oh,
Uh-oh,
boy.
now I'm worried.
So I'm going to pick a polka, and I'm going to pick a polka that is kind of a lost polka.
Oh.
And I'm talking about the 1982 lost polka that he did at the Missing Persons concert.
Wow.
Chaco Homo Sapien, Sex Junkie TV Party, People Who Died, all those tracks. Because
Yes.
ever since I heard that existed, I have wanted so badly to hear what it sounds like. And
The
I have
idea-
never been able to do that.
The idea that TV Party is in a polka, like,
It blows my mind
crazy.
so
just
hard.
like, because that is on my list as well, Matt. I need you to know.
There you go. There you
Awesome.
go.
Great choice.
That's my pick. Yeah, the lost 1982 polka.
Wow.
All right. I'm going to go with one that you can see at almost any Weird Al show. But it's basic for sure. But like 1994 was when I discovered music. And I discovered, punk music and grunge music. And it's what like made me love music. And it led me down the path of Weird Al. So when I found out that Weird Al did a song about a band that I had loved, Nirvana, it like to this day I hear Smells Like Nirvana and I get like a little emotional because of how much I love that band.
Aw.
And I do think that he does a great job just paying tribute to that band through silliness. So I just love the whole presentation when he does that out in the cardigan and like the cheerleaders. Like I want the full. I don't want just Al playing it. I want the full show presentation of people out on stage having a blast. I don't care that it's my basement. We'll make it work. So that's my number 3. But now I get a second one.
Wait, who do you want
Excellent,
to
by
be
the way,
the
excellent
cheerleaders?
choice. It Smells Like Nirvana. Everybody knows that is my favorite song. That was absolutely on my list, and I'm glad I didn't. I was gonna say it next if somebody didn't say it. So I'm glad it's already in our concert. Excellent choice, Matt.
Yes.
And for my 4th song, because I feel like I haven't really taken anything. Until now, I didn't realize I'd taken anything that was on anyone's list. But I said that there's a blood feud between our podcasts, even if it's a joking one. So I think I'm going to hear Frank's 2,000-inch TV at my house.
Well
it has
done. There you
gotten
go.
ugly.
Knives
Brutal.
out.
Yeah, shouldn't have
By the
waited
way,
this
that's
long.
two songs at the concert that have 2,000-inch in their title.
Yeah,
True, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Weird Al podcast theme song.
that's very
I've never
exciting.
heard of this Frank's TV.
We'll play it for you later.
Yeah.
Matt, over to you. You just grabbed an insane lost polka that none of us have ever gotten to hear.
I know.
You will be the only one to have ever heard it besides the people at the Missing Persons concert.
I know. I'm going to be like Martin Shkreli with the Wu-Tang record. It's just for me. No one else can have it. For pick number 4, I'm going to do another one that I know has never been played, and I'm really asking a lot of Al and the guys, and I apologize, but I still really want to hear their swing at a live version of Genius in France.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
The Frank Zappa style parody that sounds real challenging. That's definitely one I've been thinking about for this upcoming tour with some extra musicians. I wonder if they're going to try to pull that off because that would be a wild one to witness live. It looks great in my head.
Yeah,
Sounds great in my head. I'm in.
Yeah.
how about you, Ethan? What is your 4th song in your set list?
Okay, so this one, it takes a little bit of explaining.
Okay. Is it one of the? Are you having him do one of the Sundance Channel?
I did debate just listing those as my 5 options. No, so I gotta like kind of start with an explanation before I back into what the song is. But anyone who's seen Al perform Al and the band perform the Yoda chant knows how incredible of an experience that is, and it's just wild in so many ways. It's something you can't describe or do justice to. And the Yoda chant was born from a performance of Another One Rides the Bus, where they had what they call the bus chant or the alien chant. And there is a really crappy recording of it on YouTube. It's from a bootleg of when Bermuda showed it at the first Alcon, and it was unreleased, unused footage from when Al and the band performed on the Dr. 20th anniversary TV party. And so it later became the Yoda chant, but I would love to see Another One Rides the Bus, including the alien chant, aka the bus chant.
Wow.
Is it the classic bus chant or the like updated, extended Yoda chant inside of the bus?
Just the bus chant. I don't need the whole thing. I just want to see the original one.
Whole thing.
All right.
Thank you, Jeff, for clarifying. I know people were freaking out not knowing that.
I speak for the people.
Well, me too. It's great.
Well, Dave, I know that you had just next on your list Another One Rides the Bus with the bus chant, and Ethan just
I'm so glad Ethan specified it was the bus chant version, because now I can pick the other version.
I'm here for technicalities.
Oh boy! All right. Yeah, I feel I'm gonna just go with the classic as well. And this one is synonymous with the start of any show. Every time I hear it, it instantly puts me into concert mode. And it used to be played, just the track off of the CD used to be played before the concert. And then starting on some of the later tours, they started playing it live. And it was last played live on The Unfortunate Return of the Ridiculously Self-Indulgent Ill-Advised Vanity Tour. And it's always fun when they do it live to start off the show. And I'm going to start off my show with Fun Zone Live.
Fun
Zone. Yeah. Love that.
And I know Matt's, you guys specified that he can't play a song twice. But Dave and I were at a show, I don't know if you were there, Kelly, where he actually played it twice. They played Fun Zone
twice?
They went through, and then they were closing the concert before the encore with Albuquerque. And when he does the bit where he starts over Albuquerque, he jokingly started over the entire show. So the band started playing Fun Zone in its entirety. So we got to see it twice.
Oh,
I've never seen him do that. That's awesome.
So
do you remember where that was?
That was Lancaster, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Wow.
I missed it then.
It was crazy.
So related but not related. My co-host of the One Hit Thunder podcast was in a band, still is in a band. But for one of their tours, the opening act on their band was Tommy Two-Tone.
No way.
And in Tommy Two-Tone's 30-minute set, they played 8675309 3 times. It was the opener, the closer, and in the middle of the set, the energy high.
Give the people what they want.
This is a little off topic, but 'tis the season. Have you heard Tommy Two-Tone's parody of 8675309? It's his own song. He does Santa Claus is Coming to Town to the tune of 8675309, and it is just wonderful.
Well, I need to check that out. They said he was
check that out too.
so nice. They're
I
like,
can also say I have seen Weird Al perform.
Yes, Jenny.
Yes.
Except he changed the numbers. I don't remember what he changed them to.
Did he change it to what was it, Steve
Jim.
James?
No.
Jim West.
I feel like someone asked him, and there was no clear answer.
Just someone
I don't
who really
remember.
didn't
We need
like.
mystery in our lives.
All right, well, Jeff, after giving us that fun fact, I mean, if you want, you can take Tommy Two-Tone's 8675309 and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I think you'd want to stick with a Weird Al song on your show.
I mean, Weird Al covering that would be a dream. However, I think I'm going to go with a song that hadn't been played until the Vanity tours, and it is so good. and I would be a fool not to pick it. UHF.
Yes.
Thought I could get it last round.
Nope.
That was one of those things that when I found out that he had not played that before the Vanity Tour, I could not believe it.
It is. I mean, it's just so good live.
Incredible.
And
It's excellent.
Yeah.
That is the live performance elevates that song in a way that I did not anticipate. Because I love that song so much anyway.
Based on the way our show works, where we're going chronologically, up until we got to Bad Hair Day, when obviously I threw Everything You Know Is Wrong at the top of my list, that was for a long time Matt and I's both like #1 original Al song, because like in our minds, that song should have been huge, not like as an Al Yankovic song, like as just a sincere, barely any jokes rock and roll song. Yeah. It is incredible.
It's an anthem, man. He wrote an anthem.
It is an anthem.
It's really, yeah, it's incredible.
Well, you know, I know Kelly can be scrappy, and she was maybe thinking of taking UHF from UHJeff, and now we're opportunities.
Never crossed UHJeff. Everyone else there, you're on notice.
Well, Kelly, you get your last 2 picks back to back here.
Oh.
It's great. I've been strategizing how I would approach this, and then I realized I had 2 in a row, so things are great. So much like Matt Milligan, I agree that we need to have a polka in a perfect concert. So I'm going to choose the polka that gets circulated the most in my friend group. We're all pretty deeply obsessed with it, and it's the only one I've ever sung at karaoke. Ooh. That was a good time. I'm going to do the alternative polka.
Oh, nice.
My favorite polka. Love that one.
Great choice.
It's a banger. It's a good time. It's fun to sing. I want to sing.
Did you find a karaoke bar that had the alternative polka as an option?
There is.
Or did you just go rogue?
No, there's a karaoke host in Philly who has, I think, the deepest book known to mankind.
Wow.
And she had it in there.
That is incredible.
That's incredible.
So, shout out to Sarah Scher. You have an extensive Weird Al catalog in your karaoke book.
Can I book Kelly for a private concert and have her sing that? Is that?
I will happily just drink a bunch of wine and sing Weird Al songs.
There you go. If I find myself at a karaoke bar that has the alternative polka, I would find that mandatory to do. That is so crazy.
I'll let you know if this karaoke person's around while you're literally in town.
Oh yeah,
yeah, right up the street maybe.
Kelly, when he does it for your concert, do you want him to include Buddy Holly by Weezer, or do you want the album version?
I mean, I want album version. We're gonna go pure.
Purist.
All right. And then your last song.
All right. So now I'm getting into full fantasy mode with this one. So we've thought about what the contents of this concert is, but not necessarily when it's happening. So in my perfect world, this concert would happen on my birthday.
Oh.
And he would sing Happy Birthday to me.
Oh, perfect.
Great. That way to start the final round. That was really good. That was
lovely.
And Kelly, just
I gotta step up my
shout out.
Yeah.
3 songs off the self-titled in one. That's very.
I like an accordion. What can I say?
All right, Jeff. I know you were really trying to go for Happy Birthday, but obviously Kelly got it from you. So, what is the last song in your set?
I'm still smarting from the TV party polka. There's so many good songs left, but I would like to hear a concert or a song I've not heard live outside of a medley. I would like a full version of "I Lost on Jeopardy."
I thought you were going there. That's a good pick. Good pick.
Yeah, it hasn't been performed in its entirety since Off the Deep End, and I did not see that concert, which is also crazy. So, after writing all those Weird Al Jeopardy questions, I feel like I've earned that.
Yeah, you've earned that at least.
Yes. And then some.
All right, Dave.
I have a sad story to tell you. It may hurt your feelings a bit. Last night when I walked into my bathroom, I stepped into a big pile of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look clean. I think it would be absolutely fun for Weird Al to do shaving cream, but he has to every concert that he does is at, he has to bring in a different celebrity or local celebrity and perform the song with them. He does a verse, the celebrity does a verse, and then they do the song together as they do the final verse together. So
Wow.
I would love to see shaving cream.
At your concert, who is the celebrity?
Yeah.
Or is it you? Who's the celebrity that does it with him at your private concert?
I guess it depends who I invite.
I was just saying, I thought you were parlaying this into being like, and that means I get to invite a celebrity, and then that celebrity.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Wow.
Wow.
So shaving cream, not the Hamilton polka.
No.
Lin-Manuel will be
We are
there.
doing
but-
what
shaving cream
Lin-Manuel would
featuring
want.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I feel like that there's several polkas that are on my list that haven't been picked yet, but I had to go with shaving cream.
You know, the craziest thing about that is that it feels like approaching Lin-Manuel Miranda and being like, listen, Weird Al's coming to my house. He's performing a private set, and he wants you to duet Shaving Cream by Benny Bell or whoever.
Say less, I'm going.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'll be there.
That was perfect.
Well,
That's exactly the sort of advanced content I'm looking for from Dave.
yeah. Well,
Nailed it.
Can I just point out? Well, I just want to point out on Dave's list, he's the only person to have a song not by Weird Al, but he has 2 of his 5 songs are not Weird Al songs. So Dave just wants Al to do a cover concert for him.
Yeah, he just wants to hire Al to play songs he's always wanted to hear Al sing.
Yeah. This is Dave's fantasy. We can't crush it.
Yeah,
That's a true fan. That's a true fan.
I have another song on my list that's not a Weird Al song. If we get it in one of the mentions.
But you know what?
That'll blow your mind more than shaving cream. So
It's also good that you got a food melody in there medley in there because 3 of your songs all barely would take 2 minutes to play. You'd have such a short private concert.
If I'm going to have people in my house, I don't want them staying for a long time. And just get this concert over with.
You know what? That makes sense. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. All right,
I would like to change all of my picks. Dave's right.
All right,
Ethan,
so
your final pick.
There are so many songs that he's never performed live, or songs that I've never seen him perform live that I would love to see. But for my final pick, I'm going with what was the first song I ever saw Weird Al perform live, back when I was 9 or 10 years old. I can't remember exactly right now.
When you were
the
only
opening
400 inches. Oh.
At the opening of the Running with Scissors tour, he opened it with Gump, and that's one of my all-time favorite Weird Al songs. I'm just such a huge Presidents of the United States of America fan, and I have seen it, like I said, in its entirety once when I was a little kid, and then in medleys, but he hasn't done it live as a full version since then, so I'm gonna have to do it at my concert.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice pick.
All
That's
right,
a fun
Matt,
one.
I'm wondering if you're gonna take the one that I want to do last, but we'll see.
Oh, you know what, Matt Kelly? I'm not.
Oh,
I don't even need to know to tell you that I'm definitely not taking your pick because I am picking not the most obscure one, but one that got played a bunch on the Vanity Tour that unfortunately I missed. Just bad luck of the draw. I did not wind up at a show where this got played. As we've established, for reasons that make no sense to me, this is a somewhat divisive pick, but it's not to me because I think it's one of the best, and I would like to hear him do Airline Amy.
I am on your side.
Nice.
It's so good.
It's so good, and
Incredible live.
I know it happened a bunch of times on that tour, and I just, for whatever reason, just did not land on the right show for it. So that's I still have my fingers crossed for that one before, while I still can.
Very nice.
All right.
I'm going to check my list. I've only seen that once. So that's a one-off for me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with one that you've covered. That you've actively covered. I Remember Larry.
Yep.
Just
Nice.
a song
Great
I
pick,
liked.
too.
Always a song I liked. Matt Milligan played it in a cover band at one point, and
Nice.
and I love
did.
that. And guys, this is crazy. I just got a text message from Al,
Oh,
Oh my God.
and he said, "You know what? Each one of you, starting with Kelly, gets an encore of one song that someone else got on their list."
What?
Oh, so from somebody else's list?
Wow.
Yeah, you can take an encore from someone else's list.
Oh, now I'm glad I was writing them down. That would have been way too much to remember.
Awkward.
Oh boy. Okay. Nope, I don't have to think about this at all. I want I'll Be Mellow When I'm Dead.
Nice.
All right. Jeff, what about you?
I mean, no question. I'm going Spy Hard.
All right. Dave?
That was my choice.
He said he'll play the encore as many times as you need him to.
Yeah.
No, he won't, Dave. Pick a different one.
Oh boy. All right. I'm gonna go. Actually, I'll go with that song that I'm thinking of right now. No, This Is the Life. I'll take This Is the Life. Jeff's pick.
Nice.
This Is
Very
the Life.
nice.
Ethan?
Oh, such a hard decision. How about Dave and Ethan's 2000-inch Weird Al podcast theme song?
All right.
Yeah, and I mean, how can I turn down an opportunity to meet Lin-Manuel Miranda? So I'm going to go with Shaving Cream featuring Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, he said he'll go to anyone's house. He's
I know.
really
That's
down
a
for
challenge
this.
accepted. Bring him over.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm going to
Put him
take
in
the
the car.
I'm going to take the very first one that was played. Everything You Know Is Wrong.
Nice.
Very
well,
good. What a
this
great
is-
show this is going to be.
I
Yeah,
know,
these are all really exciting. All right, so Ethan, you would request it, and I'm going to say let's stick it to Kelly. Everyone can get 3 honorable mentions in real quick.
Okay.
Oh boy. Well, 2 that I had highlighted that I did not get to were Since You've Been Gone, since I got to illustrate the comic version of that. So I feel like I should
Oh,
get a
nice.
private performance of this song. Hardware Store, because I want to just keep challenging Al technically. I want him to just truly
Yes.
pass out on stage, not breathing.
Yes.
And then I had also been thinking of medleys. So a medley I would like to see again that I saw many times is I would like to see the Touring with Scissors medley again.
Ooh.
Good one.
Okay,
That's
Nice.
Polka Power? Is that one?
I think so.
No,
yeah.
the
the
No,
medley of like
medley.
that song.
Yeah,
Oh,
not the
yes.
polka, the live
Got it.
medley. Yeah.
My
Jeff?
apologies. I would like Waffle King, which has never been performed live.
Wow.
Yeah, that was one of mine.
I
Love
would
that.
love to see One of Those Days again, which was performed on the first Vanity tour. It didn't make it to the second one. And it was the only time I've ever cried at a Weird Al concert. Because
Aw.
he, in Atlantic
I
City,
find
was
that hard to
like,
believe.
Yeah,
UHJeff really wanted to hear this, and so here it is.
I was there for that. I heard him say that.
that.
And the reason why Jeff cried was because I punched him in the face. So.
Yes. I wept through the whole song, and it was so lovely.
That's
It's
awesome.
amazing.
That's
Incredible.
awesome.
There too.
And one that he has performed live many times, but he hasn't done the original album version, Like a Surgeon, which got updated to the Madonna Truth or Dare version sometime in the 90s, which is when I started seeing him. But I have not seen the original 80s version outside of when I was at the Weird filming, and Radcliffe was shirtless and singing that version on stage, which I
Sounds
didn't
like you got the
mind.
perfect performance of Like a Surgeon, then, as far as I'm concerned. Dave.
Yeah, so is it even a Weird Al concert if Weird Al does not perform Yoda? So Yoda,
Fair.
would be my first honorable mention that I'm surprised nobody else picked. Another one that, like Jeff, this song was relegated to the medley and then later the unplugged medley, but I'd love to see the full version come back. And it's a song that put Weird Al on the map and later parodied by Michael Jackson as Beat It, Eat It. That's that song come back. And then my third choice is one that I've done cosplay to, and I love the audience participation with the arm waving in this one. Amish Paradise has to be on my set list as well.
Ethan?
So I would love to see Ricky performed with Tress McNeil performing her part. I know they did
I was
once
just going to say
or
that. I had that
twice.
one lined up. That was really
I would kill for that to happen somehow.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a weird story. I'll tell really quickly. I was trying to figure out if eBay had ever performed in its entirety, and as it turns out, it was performed in its entirety only once in 2003 at a eBay live event, and I was able to confirm that by getting in touch with a guy who was a backup dancer at that show. Who's going to come on the podcast, Dave? So,
Oh my god, amazing!
but eBay is such a great song. It charted. It wasn't released like as a single necessarily, but it's a super popular, well-known Weird Al song, and he's only done it in medleys and partials outside of that one performance. So I'd love to see that in its entirety.
Wow.
I'm absolutely surprised he's never done eBay, the full version live, especially when he had that choreography and it all.
I was gonna say, I need to see this choreo now.
Yeah.
It just feels like she should have brought that into at least the concert by now.
Yeah.
Third one, I'm gonna go with Fat. I wanted to bring Fat back. That is my favorite one to see performed live. I love jumping in my seat as the Shockwave. I just everything about it, the costume. I would love to see that live again. So I just missed that one.
All right,
That
Matt.
upgraded costume is so great.
To pull another, I just to echo again, I was just thinking about Ricky with Tress McNeil. I mean, really, I think anyone doing Ricky with Al would be such a treat to hear. But Tress would be like next level, incredible
So
to
good.
actually experience. Just to pull another really, really, really old one, and funny enough, it's a Matt actually, it's more of a Matt Kelly pick. I'll save it, but I will say, how about Such a Groovy Guy? I don't know if that is ever I would be so intrigued to hear that live.
Nice.
I would love to hear. I only saw him do it once. You Make Me, which I love so much, and it's just such
So
a
good.
great song. I only one time did I get to see him do that track.
It's so fun.
And then, I'm probably just saying it, but it's like Fat. Like, I feel like following all of the Vanity tours, like I even would be just thrilled to see him and the band do like a great version of Eat It. Feels like it's been a really, really long time.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a medley, not like just like the whole thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. And I appreciate you leaving checks in the mail on the table.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. I was going to say checks in the mail, but I was like,
World's
I can't do that
biggest
to Matt
checks
Kelly.
in the mail fan, Matt.
What a
Nice.
kindness.
I know.
Another one that
Has the entire first album been put on?
I think at this point.
There's a lot of bangers.
yeah,
I love
Rocky Road was on my
I think
list.
Didn't get picked.
yeah, Rocky
It
Road
was on
didn't
my
get
list
picked.
too.
Buckingham Blues didn't get mentioned, which
Oh, yeah.
kind of fine with that. But also, again, I'm sure you don't have to go far to hear this one live, but I have always loved It's All About the Pentiums.
Yes.
So seeing
I
that
love-
live would be fun. And then for just as a guy who loves a good sing along, like I can't help myself singing my little heart out whenever I hear Skipper Dan. So throw
Aw.
Skipper Dan in there as
Love.
an honorable
Really
mention.
Nice.
And now to wrap this up, everybody, just plug real quick. Kelly, you're up first. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was the Kelly, you're up first.
Wow.
Where did I go?
Hi.
Holy cow.
I got kidnapped. I'm also all alone now.
It's all right. No, just so you can
He's asking
plug.
you to do
Where can
plugs.
people- yeah, plug.
We're doing plugs. All right. Well, you can find me on social media wherever at Kelly P Comics. You'll find about projects I'm working on. You'll find about my comic anthology, Dirty Diamonds, the Philly Comics Jam. If you're a local Philly comics-oriented person, come hang out with us every month, last Tuesday of the month. And my website, kellyphillips.net, has all you could ever want to know about me and my work.
Yay!
Hooray.
All right, dropping you down there, Jeff.
Oh, hi.
Plugs.
Plugs. Tight and Nerdy. The documentary is coming at some point, any minute now. Check out Tight and Nerdy movie on all the socials, and we'll update you soon. Please and thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Jeff. Dave and Ethan, I'll just keep both of you like this.
Okay.
Plug the podcast.
Yeah, so along with Ethan, obviously, we do Dave and Ethan's 2000 Inch Weird Al podcast. Remember that Dave is first in Dave and Ethan's 2000 Inch Weird Al podcast. We are
Unfortunately.
at
important.
2000 Inch on social media, 2000inch.com, weirdalpodcast.com. Both bring you to the same place. And go for it, Ethan.
Yeah,
Miss
thanks for
anything?
having us, guys. This was so much fun. Be sure to check out our San Diego Comic-Con thing that we did with these guys. That was so cool. Thanks for
Yes.
having us on that. And this is so fun. So thank you.
Yes.
Of course.